Stay tuned for urban legends to ghostly tales of the paranormal, because now it's time for
Message on the Wall.
Message on the Wall brings you the Vanishing Man. Over the years, numerous people have disappeared, with those more prominent gaining more attention, such as Amelia Earhart and Ambrose Bierce. But what I am about to relate is no more than an urban legend. It was first printed in Fate magazine by a journalist named Stuart Palmer, who claimed to have got the story directly from the daughter of the Lang family. It was on September the 3rd, 1880, in Gallatin, Tennessee, that David Lang was taking a leisurely walk in the field across from his home when visitors arrived in a horse-drawn buggy. This was Judge August Peck, who was accompanied by his brother-in-law. Mrs. Lang and her 2 children came from the house to greet the guests, and Mr. Lang smilingly waved as he proceeded towards the house. But David Lang had taken no more than a dozen steps when, with a piercing scream, he disappeared directly in front of the 5 people watching him. Running to the spot where David Lang was seen to disappear, Mrs. Lang banged her fists on the ground of solid limestone. It was eventually decided to organise a search, and with news spreading of David Lang's disappearance, neighbours came to help, but to no avail. A local surveyor was even called in to check there was no caves or potholes in which the missing man could have fallen into. That seemed to be the end of the matter, David Lang being yet another missing person in just as mysterious circumstances as many others, except that there were witnesses to verify what had happened. But there is a little more to the story, as around 6 months after David Lang disappeared, the eldest daughter excitedly called her mother to come and look in the field. Going to the spot where her husband had vanished, her daughter claimed she could hear her father's cries of anguish coming up through the ground, though Mrs. Lang could hear nothing. However, she did see the peculiar thing her daughter pointed out. Having appeared around the spot where David Lang disappeared was a perfect 20-foot circle of withered grass. You have been listening to Message on the Wall, brought to you in association with Paranormal Parodies. You can find Paranormal Parodies at paranormal-parodies.com.